Happy the Friday. Happy Friday the 13th, everybody. Welcome to Beyond the Veil. I am Adina. I am so glad to have you guys with me this Friday. If you don't know why you're here, you are Beyond the Veil. I will be lifting the veil between the realms. I sit there like the high priestess in between the realms, and I lift the curtain every now and then and talk about what's going on behind the scenes. Hi, Robert David. How are you this Friday? Everybody, once you get in, hey, JD. Hey, Empress 282. Sending love right back at you. Hey, D. Smith. Hey, Phoenix. How you guys doing this Friday the 13th? Guess who's playing Jason or Freddy? Is it Jason or Freddy? I always catch you, JD, right in the middle of running an errand. Hi, Pink Flames. Hi, Chelsea, Chrissy. Not Chelsea, but Chrissy. Hey, Miss Thompson. Jason. Okay, Friday the 13th. Guess who's playing Jason? Thank you, Miss Thompson. How's everybody doing this Friday? Hey, Cousin Phoenix, I love that. Hey, Miss Carol. I get them confused. There's confusion in my mind with the monsters, the serial killers. Hey, Lakia, you're good, good. Thank you, Lakia, for being the only one to tell me how you're doing today. Everybody else still greeting each other, and I done asked y'all 11 times how y'all was doing this Friday, and only Lakia thought to tell me. I want to know, how's everybody doing? That is a rhetorical question. I love all the hearts that I just saw. Does that mean people are liking it? That was so cute. Friday the 13th. Who's playing Jason? Okay, y'all tell me the Nicki Minaj bar, because I know she got a bar that has something to do with Friday the 13th and its villain. Thank you for saying you like my black dress. I like it too. It's got floweries on the bottom. And it's, look, yes. Thank you. Do I want a $450 donation, Roblox guy? It's funny that you asked that, because I just dropped $400 at the doctor's office for my car. Hadn't planned on spending a dime. And all of a sudden, today, my car was like, I think I'm sick. I need some medicine. I need to go to the doctor. I was like, oh, no, the hell you ain't. We going to work today. I had showings today. My car was like, I'm sick. I went in that car dealership. It needs, I said, who, how much? He said, come on now. I know you got a boyfriend or somebody to pay for. Do you see a boy or a friend in here with me? Do you not see me standing here with my card? No, this is big mama business. It was okay. It could have been worse, but when it's unexpected. Sorry, you guys. Someone was calling me and leaving a voicemail, and they froze me. It's my client, my listing client. They texting me right now. It's my uncle and aunt. I'm getting ready to sell their property, and I've been out with them all day. And why won't the text message go away? Okay. Yeah, sorry, you guys. All right. Excuse me. That's how my car was. So, anyways, yes, Mr. Roblox guy, I actually would like to be reimbursed for what I had to spend that I didn't plan on spending. Because why would it choose now? In real estate, your car is your office. Your car is your other office, not even your second office. It's your other office. You rip and run. It's what you do. It's what you do. That's why we can write things off on our taxes like gas, car washes, our car insurance, stuff like that. We can write that stuff off because of how much we have to use our cars and drive. You followed my Wealth with Adina IG page? Thank you. It's been underutilized for a very long time. I hadn't used it since I was with the Winning Team Realty. I kind of went low key. I went underground while I finished school and recovered from that traumatic experience. But now I've started to utilize it again. So you guys will see more stuff on the Wealth with Adina Instagram page. That's my real estate IG at Wealth with Adina. All right. So I noticed that Cardi B is in a little kerfunkle with her label, Atlantic. So that's the only thing I wanted to look into, and then I'm going to turn the floor over to you guys and let you guys tell me what you would like me to peek into. So be thinking of something and putting it in the chat while I am looking into Cardi B's situation with her label. I know, right, Jasmine? Talking about dance on something. Dance oh something? Dance oh something. Dance oh something. Is that how you speak? First of all, to a lady. Second of all, in English. Dance oh something. That sounds like you're speaking Irish. In my mind, I can hear Irish music. Some kind of Irish music. Dance or something. They said that Cardi B's album was sent back to her. Now, somebody asked me recently if she was going to release an album this year. Probably JD, messy ass, messy Barb ass, Tatiana Chanel, and Boston Richie. Excuse me, but who them people? Who is them people? I don't mind, but who them? Hopper, who that woman? Hopper, who Tatiana? They celebrities. Hopper, who them people? They ain't nothing but a fake old cow. Ha ha ha. Kendrick performing second night in Toronto Friday the 13th. Father's Day weekend. Okay, Taryn. That's a good one. Dixon Cider helps with sore throats. You must work for Dixon Cider because that's the second time your comments popped up. I'm not sick. I said my car is sick and I have everything that it needs to be okay. Okay. Okay, so let me look into Cardi B real quick. Kendrick and Jake with Drake. The fuck? Kendrick and Drake would be good too. It's a full moon too. No wonder. This is the first time I've really sat down all day. Our first showing started at 10, and I had about 5 or 6 showings to do, and we knocked them all out. And so I finished that and then had to rush home, do a consultation. No, I had to rush home to rush back to my uncle's house, which is right up the street, pick up my car, drop them off, um, rush to the car parts store. The manager of the store is also the mechanic, so I had to get him to order my parts, slide him his money, drop my car off at his house, come back home, do a consultation, ran back out to get me some griot. Shout out to the Haitians. I got my griot and pickles. I took a couple bites of that and then came right here. Be honest, am I high? Why would I lie about that? Yes, I forgot the part where I stopped outside and smoked, and then I came in the house and then hopped on the camera. So I probably still got the smoke in my lungs. Don't lie. Why the fuck would I lie about that? Hell yeah, I'm high. Actually, you don't even have to ask because I'm always high. Always. Always. I'm a functional marijuana smoker. I'm always high. The fuck? From the time I wake up until the time I go to sleep, I'm on a cloud, floating, looking down at you. Diddy got a hidden phone in court? That might be true because I ain't seen Diddy in my chat in a long time. Highly inspired. Okay, stepsis, I thought you was a troll. I was finna say, why would I lie about that? Solange, you love black woman. Throberto Gonzalez. Is that your alias ice name? I love black women too. I do, I do, I do. Ooh, who wouldn't? Who doesn't? Do I shave my armpits? Of course. The trolls are welcome on Friday the 13th. All right. Let me Florida water my hands and get the nasty peasant smell of troll off of my hands. Your brother Mohad Johnson graduated today. Is he Arab? Is he Muslim or is he black? Shout out to him though, because he graduated. Mahad Johnson. The ancestors are like, which one of us get to stand up and clap? Is it the black delegation? Is it the Muslim delegation? Mixed. Okay, I could tell. Mohad Jamal Johnson. Happy graduation, young man. Cheers to your future. You never say cheers without drinking something for real. That's what I was told by an alcoholic. Most High Mother and Father God, please allow me to conjure up the spirit, the soul, and the collective energy of Belcalis Almanzar. Y'all know whenever I read her, I look like someone, myself, my mama, my daddy, my two younger sisters, a couple of my nieces and nephews. Every time I read Cardi B, I like to call her by her name. Do I like white boys? Every time I read Cardi B, I like to call her by her birth name, Belcalis Almazar, because it's fucking amazing. It's fabulous. I love it. It does, but I'm a spellcaster, so I vibe with it. I like it. Belcalis Almazar. Belcalis Almazar. Belcalis Almazar. Belcalis Almazar. Belcalis Almazar. Ah! That's how I'm going to start conjuring her up every time I read her from now on. Belcalis Almazar. Belcalis Almazar. Belcalis Almanzar. Belcalis Almanzar. JD. Now that is the kindest thing you have said about any celebrity. I look like Eddie Murphy 1 month on crack. I guess we all got to do crack and look like Eddie Murphy then if it makes them look like this. You should try something. Maybe you'd have something better to do than entertain me. Like a peasant. Like a peasant is supposed to do. Entertain the queen, peasant. Dance, boy, dance. Dance until your feet catch on fire. I said that in one of my songs that I'm about to release. It's a song called Bailar, which means dance in Spanish. There's this part where I say, dance, dance until your feet catch on fire. That's what the fuck I want you to do, peasant. Dance for me, boy. Dance for me until you get tired. And then keep on dancing until I get tired. Dance, entertain me, boy. Type away. Tell me something funny. Tell me a funny, you peasant troll. All right, Belcalis. You would, Belcalis would entertain her trolls like this. So the spirit of Belcalis Almanzar is here. 'Tis upon us. Cardi B, talk to me about your Atlantic situation. Now, I don't listen to this man because the only time I entertain a bottom feeder is in a seafood boil. But the people said that DJ Academics, who doesn't DJ at all, power to the chair. Is anybody going to protest the chair that he sits upon? Is anyone going to send help for the chair? The wheels on the chair that may not even go round and round anymore because of the pressure and the weight. Does anyone pressure wash the seat of that chair? Why y'all listening to him? Why do y'all even know to report what he had to say about Cardi B's label situation when he has a chair in need, a victim that sits for countless hours while y'all giggle on his stream? Meanwhile, the chair, while he's streaming, the chair is screaming, "Help! Help!" And y'all just be entertaining that man, and he be getting mad and bouncing on it, and the poor springs on the chair. The poor springs on the chair. Has anybody checked on the springs in DJ Academic's chair? Justice for the chair. Anyways, I'm sorry, y'all, but somebody said that he said, because I wouldn't know myself. Hey, Angel, honey. Why you just coming in here before you get settled in? Run outside and check on DJ Academic's chair, Angel. You seem kind enough to do so. Send one of the busted babies, because we got kind hearts. And if it looks like it's under duress, just call the authorities. They've been there before. They was there recently. It was the chair. They say somebody swatted his house, but no. See, what happened was, because I'm a psychic and I know these things, he got drunk off that hen dog and passed out and fell out of the chair. And the chair said, "This is our chance." The wheels that barely go round and round, they mustered up all the strength that they could to roll an inch or two over to where his phone fell out of his pocket. Then the chair fell over on its side on the emergency dial on the iPhone. Because you know you don't need to unlock it. It fell out, and the arm of the chair, the elbow of the arm of the chair, hit that emergency dial for 911. That's how he got swatted. You're welcome, DJ Academics. The next one is not on me. If you really want to know who your enemy is, the call is coming from inside the house. He said something about Cardi B in a label situation that I already said, that they wasn't going to give her no money. Yamaguchi, you in here? You came in here laughing. I love her last name. Y'all, shout out to Nicole Yamaguchi. You got to say it like that, Yamaguchi. Sounds like a Japanese designer. Sounds like a Japanese perfume that's expensive and exquisite to the nostrils. He said that Cardi B's label situation was funny. He said that there are some new white YNs. What are those? What the fuck are white YNs? Is that like the Skull and Bones from Yale? Is that the Ivy League fraternities? A YN? A white YN? How does, because he said the son of a king runs Atlantic, but he's a YN. Never met a king's son who was a YN, he's a prince. That bitch ain't no YN, he's a prince. He's a label owner. He's not a YN. He runs a label. He's everybody's boss. In academics, if you think that's your friend like you said he is, and you friendly enough to call him a white YN because y'all kiki with each other and he passes you information that he wants you to put out on your platform like a little puppet, I promise you, you're not sitting at their Thanksgiving table like a friend. You not you at the family unions, you at the family vacations, or you just get a phone call when they want to give you some tea. That's not a friend. That's a puppet master. A puppet ear. A puppet ear. That's what you have, academics. That man is not your friend. Nevertheless, he wanted you to know about Cardi B's situation so that you can be the one to tell Cardi B what the situation is and they don't have to be the bad guy with her. That's why they told you, academics, so that they didn't have to be the one to be, because you know how the execs, they like to, beat around the bush and talk all that bullshit. Oh, no, the album's fire. It's fire. It's fire. It's lit. It's going to kill the summer. It's going to go off the charts, man. It's just they gas you up. Yeah, oh my God, it's fire, man. It's gonna kill it, man. They better beware. Yeah. Yeah. So it's just this, and then they start the bullshit. And then you leaving there knowing you've been fed bullshit, but not knowing exactly what kind of bullshit. Because they haven't told you anything. Now, in their language, they told you, they said what they said. But they really don't just say it like that, like, hey, we not fucking with this, and we're not giving you any extra budget because you haven't showed and proved that you're budget worthy. Yeah, no, the album's fire. No, it's great. We love it. My God, you guys, it's great, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's great, right? I absolutely bump it in my Tesla. I'd absolutely bump it in my Tesla on the way to Target while sipping a Starbucks. I do it, man. It's hot. It's fire. Yeah. It's just, who's gonna fund it? Now, if you in denial, you know what they just said when they hit you with that. But you're just like, yeah. So I planned the whole album rollout and did it, and they're like, hmm, yeah. So yeah, this meeting's running over a little bit. We'll catch up with you, let's say, next Tuesday. Then they put a phone call in to DJ Academics. Hey, big dog. Because that's their favorite slang word. Hey, hey, dog. Hey, big dog. Hey, big dog ack. Big ack. Hey, what's up? What's going on? Yeah, so I know you and Cardi B, you guys talk lately? You guys talk lately? She say anything about her album? Oh, yeah. She said she waiting on y'all to do. Yeah. Damn. I know that's your friend and all, and don't tell her we said this though, because I know you guys are close. So don't tell her we said this, but man, we're actually not even planning on doing anything with her album. It's shit, it sucks, right? That's how they do. So that's how DJ RB! Hey! Ice and the feds is out, and I don't know what they doing over there on your side of the pond, but you better check in more often so I know that they ain't got you about what's going on in your basement. You better check in from time to time so I don't be worried about you. Anyway, so that's how academics got around to breaking the news, and that's how they do it. But anyways, Cardi B, how you feeling about Atlantic right now in your album situation? They said that you was gonna blast them, and then they said that you didn't say anything. They said that you took it back. What's going on with you in Atlantic, Cardi B? Are you just seeing what I saw? And had you paid for a consultation, you'd have saw it too, and you wouldn't have been in this situation having to backpedal and pussy pop about going off on your label. Cause I told you, but you didn't. You didn't go on the YouTube, and you didn't search Beyond the Veil Adina, and you didn't. You didn't get the free consultation. So what's going on with you and your label? Whips and chains, TRB. That's what got you cased up the first time. All right, now. The sun. Now, any of her kids having a birthday? If none of her kids, like her literal son, are not having a birthday, then Cardi B feels like probably she's being fully exposed and that her place in the industry, not as a star, not as an empress, not as a queen, but a baby, is being fully exposed. Her daughter Culture's birthday is in July. She's probably planning for Culture's birthday. She's probably going to do something really big. I see balloons. I see maybe a banner of some sort. A party for Culture in the July season. Nevertheless, I also do think that Cardi B is feeling fully exposed right now. That exposure might even be eclipsing the joy of planning Culture's party. JD, why you laughing? JD talking about that baby she named Blossom is not Offset. I ain't never met a Cardi B's neck that JD did let off of, which means she don't. It's barely no celebrity that JD allows to have their neck intact besides Nicki Minaj. But my God, JD. Now, Four of Cups is her challenging position. So, Cardi, the challenge to you is that in order for you to get the full backing and support of your label, you'd have to get active in the streets, in the rap streets. The Four of Cups mean, yeah, we're ignoring you, but there's room for our feelings to change. There's room for our feelings to grow. You know, it's room for improvement. We haven't completely cut you off, or I don't know, because this is just a challenge. So the challenge could just be, Cardi, we were waiting for you. We You had the old Atlantic at your fingertips. They were giving you budget after unnecessary budget, and you still wouldn't get out there. And now you want the budget, but now there's a new purse holder, and they are like, yeah, but why? Explain, quantify your value. That's something that I learned when I got into HR for the first time. My boss, who was a Caribbean woman, and I had an excellent experience under her. For people who say it's difficult working under Black women, she turned me out and turned me on. She put me on, she turned me out to HR, gave me all the resources that I need to be legitimate in the field without experience or without the HR credentials. And she put me on to so much game. But one of the things she said is, before you go expecting or asking for a raise, you need to be able to quantify your value, because the CEO is going to hear you wanting more money. Everybody wants more money, but you're going to need to explain why you are worth them investing more money in you. So quantify your value. So I did that. I started applying for other jobs before I asked for the promotion. I got another offer, and then I redid my resume with all the stuff that I had did at their company. And then I hit them with the, I have this job offer that I'm prepared to take. Can you match it? And he did, to keep me. But had I just went in there and said I deserve a promotion without being prepared to quantify my value, he'd have just been like, okay, and I want a promotion too. So, Cardi B, your challenge is that I think you've had plenty time to quantify your value, even when you had the other people who were willing to just give and give and give. These people seem to be like, okay, make it make sense. Make the dollars that you want from us make sense to us, and we'll give it to you. Cardi B was completely uninvested in the past, despite being supported. This is the stubborn card. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse is the most stubborn. Corey, get the fuck out of here. If Cardi B did smoke meth, which is the most baserest drug to smoke, I don't even think she'd do it with your ass. So get out of here. It's okay, JD. I got so many text messages going off, so many trolls. Anyways, I'm sorry, y'all, because I was trying to get rid of the text messages and clicked on it, changed the screen. Cardi B, you were stubborn. Look, this knight is holding a pentacle and he's on a horse. So he has resources and mobilization, but it's upside down. Won't move. I'd rather fall off the horse than make a move. Cardi B, I'm sorry. I hate to get this card for anyone. If anyone comes to me for a reading and says, hey, do you think that I'm going to get a promotion or a bonus this year and I get this? It pains me to have to try to find words that are not hell no. Now I got to find a softer way to say hell no. Because why the fuck would you, with this card, think that you deserve more money? You barely been showing up to work, let alone applying yourself, Smokey. Cardi B, this is when I'm trying to find other words besides why the fuck would you be like, oh, I'm finna put out an album. I'm finna put out an album. Watch. Knowing good and god darn well, you got new label people, and you ain't even really been clocking into work until you ready to pop some shit. Until you ready to diss somebody, or like if somebody diss you and you need to come back out and diss them back, or if Offset stressing you out so you need to pop your shit, that's when you be wanting to pop out. Other than that, you be cool with your men. If you like relationship, you be cool being laid up, pent up, booed up, pregnant up, being a family girl, a lover girl. Until your family, your personal life starts to get unsettled, then you need to channel that energy. Then you need an outlet. So then you want to go to work. No, Rihanna is doing this for something different. Rihanna don't want to lose y'all support. She has no intention on coming back. She just knows that if she tells y'all she's not, y'all gonna lose the space that you guys hold out for her. You're gonna let somebody else fill it. If Rihanna came out and said she's never coming back to music, I think her Fenty brand would take a larger decline. So no, she can never come out and say it, but she has no intentions to. I don't think Cardi never had intentions to. She just wants to get around to it when she wants to. And as long as the old Atlantic seemed to be enabling that, then it was cool. Okay, I believe you, Nicole Yamaguchi. Now, I don't want to say that this is Nicki Minaj because it's a Sagittarius card and she often comes up as a Temperance. But if she did say something about Cardi B and her rap with Lil Wayne, either way it goes, DJ Academics exposing Cardi B that way didn't sit well with her. I imagine she called him and yelled and screamed and spat and blew cigarette spit breath into her cellular phone device, speaking in an unaudible, because I'm not saying she has a problem speak. I'm not saying you can't understand her when she's regularly calm, but when she's upset and she go to crashing out and yelling, I don't be knowing what the fuck she be saying. I'm sure she called him because I think she likes to have a good relationship with DJ Academic so that he never exposes her and comes for her because she's an easy target. So she entertains him, and I don't think she likes him at all, but she entertains him so that he's not on her bad side. He probably knows that about a lot of people, but the relationship benefits them both. She keeps him on her good side, and he gets insider info from her. This just tells me I wouldn't be surprised if there's another crash out in her future if she comes out feeling the need to address one or multiple people. I see a crash out. This already is the card of imbalance. So this alone, without her circumstance, is a crash out card or a chronic illness card if we're talking about health. This means that you have something that you have to work on, like high blood pressure, diabetes, something that's an imbalance but can be mediated with moderation. In reverse, that balance is completely thrown off. So that's why it's the ultimate crash out card. I also would like to submit to the courts, just as a sidebar, because it's an alchemical card. This is a card of alchemy as well. It's really in its higher esoteric meaning, the card about the human experience and learning how to alchemize it, not being too human, not being too spirit, as we are one in both, and understanding how to exist as both in the same time. That itself is an alchemical process, the process of humanizing yourself, not being too fleshly and practical, but also not being overly spiritual, but knowing that we are comprised of both. And so that's why it's the card of balance and imbalance, which is why in reverse, it's a crash out, because it's a chronic imbalance. Death in reverse. This tells me that Cardi B is aware that, at least now, that her situation at Atlantic has been shaky. Now, I think that this is a wake-up call for Cardi B. I think she thinks that the reason why it's been shaky is because their finances has been shaky. But I think what they said, that academics said, is true. I think that the previous team at Atlantic was just feeding Cardi and let her have her way. And she hasn't really been doing anything with them since they've got a new team in. So now it's like she shows up to work and like, oh, okay, they done switched the furniture around. It's cute, it's cute. Oh, okay, y'all got a new secretary, it's new people here. Okay. All right, where's my chair? Where's my dressing room? Where's my squat? Where's my usual red carpet? But it's a completely different, they're like, okay, new team, new furniture, new attitude. Where have you been? You're supposed to come here once a week. You're supposed to do this. You're supposed to do this, and you haven't done any of those things. She's like, yeah, but I usually don't. I usually just, and this how they usually do. And they're just like, yeah, but yeah. And so that's why I think she was like, I don't like my new team. Because I think she was like, yeah, I got it label problems, but it's because they got money problems. I'm a wake up and come in when I get ready. I don't see her going the Dubai route. And the reason why is, like I said, I believe it's because Cardi B likes to be booed up, pent up. She's a lover girl. Cardi B hasn't been clocking in and showing up to being Cardi B the rapper because when she's in a good place in her relationships, she's lazy. And I won't even say lazy. She gets to be who she really is, a lover girl. She's the brand of Libra who would marry a rich man and then be a housewife with an allowance. Why would I go to work and mess up my hair and my nails? That's a Libra trait, an unevolved Libra trait. And I think she said something similar in one of her um, responses to Offset or something. And she had mentioned, yeah, like, I'm in a good place. I'm in love. I got me and my nigga. I'm in a good place. And that stood out to me when she was saying it, because I was just like, oh, okay, you in a good place because you got a man and you're in love. Because she literally was like, I got a man, I'm in love, and I knew that's what it was. I knew that's what it was. So I think that's why Cardi doesn't like to clock into work. Because when she's booed up, she likes to be booed up, pent up. And this is her trying to drop something as a page. So she knows, because she's showing up in the current actions, Cardi B isn't delusional about where she is in the industry. I think she just thought that when I'm ready to come back and take over, Atlantic will be there to roll out the red carpet. This tells me she's like, all right, I'm ready to come back. I got something to say. Nah, yeah. You know, she's real animated like that. I got something to say. You know, I got something to say. Cause like, bitches be really like when I'm in love and I'm in a good place, that's when bitches really be like, this is her. So now God dropped something to let them know that this is her. I'm sorry if I butchered her accent. It butchered me. I usually can do anybody's accent, so this wasn't me picking at her. This is me channeling her, trying to. I usually can slip in and out of accents, but that that drained me in my Marlo Hampton voice. That drained me. And here's her new boss, who DJ Academic says is the son of a king, but is a YN. So he's a prince, but he's a YN. No, Academic, he's showing up as the emperor. He's not even your friend. He's not even your friend. To be the emperor, you have to be the culmination of all the kings. That means the king of cups too, which is DJ Academic's lane as the king on a social media platform. So he could make or break you too. He ain't your friend, nigga. He your boss too. And just like he your boss too. If he wanted to turn the lights off over there in Dimmick's land, he could. But you a good boy. You's a good boy. You's a good boy. You make Master proud. You's a good boy. You want to know why I knows you's a good boy? Because you's got a grudge against Black Americans yourself. DJ Academics, you see yourself as an immigrant, as somebody different. So yous don't mind working with Massa and his agendas against the people. Yous don't mind. You's a good boy. When Massa say, come, you say, and then you drop your head down so he can do like this. And he say, that's a good boy. And he throws you a kibble. Just one. A kibble. Not a bone. A kibble. Bing! And you... That's you, Academic. When you see that little kibble, bing! Why? Because you're thirsty as fuck. Desperation. You know, the minute you stop licking Master's balls, they're going to cut the lights off. You only as good as the agenda as you pushing. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all, y'all, listen. Let somebody ask me, do I like DJ Academics? I'm glad you asked. The only reason I don't really read him again, because it's easy to do, is because I don't want to platform that. I don't want to platform that energy. I've read him. I don't like it. The soul, not even the human, the flesh. Because I could overlook that. It's prone to mistakes. The spirit, though, and the only time I'll say I don't like somebody that I never met in my life and don't have a reason to is if I've read them and I don't like them. That's him. And I've seen things in his nature that I probably get banned from